So, Serena, here you stand. The sun, at least what is visible, the visible sunlight that isn't obscured by heavy fog, has now been replaced by bright moonlight. The crows and ravens are still cawing all around you. And the town beneath you has a few spark lights in a few of the windows, but for the most part, you are greeted with a surrounding darkness that seems to be staring at you like a silent crowd. And your story continues. What would you like to do?
I have to find some way to stop him. And she's going to turn around and go into the chapel.
Okay. You turn around and you head into the chapel, and you hear a argument going on. Not so much an argument, so much as just slightly intensified voices. And as you enter the door, Ismark is there to greet you, like he was seemingly about to open the doors when you opened them. And you hear Arena run up behind him. Ismark, please. Brother, wait! Don't call me that. Ismark, I understand. No, you really don't! And he storms past you.
Oh. Well, where is he going?
He's having a bit of a fit, it seems.
Why? What happened?
The family unit is very important to us. And he is struggling with the fact that we are no longer, well, apparently never related by blood.
Why does that matter?
It's not a simple answer. I suppose it's arbitrary value that was just taken away from him.
Well, I don't see why not. I mean, you were both raised as brother and sister, right?
Yes, and that hasn't changed, but as far as leadership is concerned, blood does take part in it. And though he was already next in line for being the burgomaster, well, I don't know if you've noticed, but people around these parts tend to keep to themselves. The family unit is really the only bond that people can trust, and even then, I've seen parents, well, I haven't seen, but I've heard that some parents down in the village below sell their children for a gold coin.
What? What? That's horrible.
That should give you an idea of the kind of people that live here. So, imagine what it's like to not be related by blood. We might as well be complete strangers.
I hope he's not going to try to sell you for gold coin, because that would be horrible. I think we should try to find him then and talk to him, because I mean, he's having a bad day. I'm also having a bad day. I mean, I met your Demon King monster man.
What? Wait,
and
what?
he asked me to dinner. And I don't want to go on dinner. I don't want to have dinner with him because he's really old. And he's really scary, too.
Hold. What?
Like, I mean, he's like, I don't know. I mean, from the way he seems and sounds, I don't know, he might be a few hundred years old. And even by my standards, that's really old. Like, I'm a half-elf, and even 200 years old is, like, really old.
Darling, and she grabs your shoulders. You saw him.
Yeah, I just saw him, like, 5 minutes ago.
She looks around really nervously.
Oh, no, I don't think he's here anymore, but... yeah.
Which way did he go?
I don't know, he just sort of walked down the road and disappeared.
So he's close by then.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, I would normally say that we should give brother some time to himself to sort out his little temper tantrum. But seeing the situation, perhaps we should head back to the manor.
Right. Like I said, we should find him and talk, because I don't want to go on a date with him. He's,
Don't worry about that. That's the last thing. And she draws
You know?
she draws her sword. You should be worried about. And she's just looking around, very vigilant now.
All right.
Keep an eye out.
Yeah.
And she starts making her way down the road before Donovich kind of yells out behind you. Morning, Lord and Mother Night be with you. Take care.
You too.
And you head down the road. The village of Barovia at night is even more eerie than it was in the day. And as you walk by, you notice that there are a few people staring out the windows, and they quickly step away as soon as you notice them. There is one child that's just sort of drawing in the mud near the front, and then an adult comes out and then grabs the child on the shoulder. Come on! And the child falls over and, like, smacks his head on a rock. Like, accidentally, like, stumbling over, and then gets back up and just holds his head, but, like, doesn't make a sound. It's like, oh, I'm so sorry. We'll fix you up. And just not a sound after smacking his head, and then he looks at you. This kid, now covered in muck, and just a single stream of blood heading down his face, and he just has this blank expression on his face. And just kind of stares at you a little bit before the adult pulls him inside. Come on, come, and closes the door.
Oh. I think that kid really got hurt. I think I could help.
Don't pay them any mind. Between, she points and starts like ghost miming the like pointing her ears. Between this and myself, I doubt people will want any part of anything that we have to give.
Oh, okay. Where is your brother anyway? I saw him run. Where did he run?
he headed back on the trail that you are on now, heading toward the manor.
Ah, okay.
And as you continue along the trail, you hear the sound of small wooden wheels rolling across damp cobbles. You trace the lonely sound to a hunched figure, bundled in rags, pushing a rickety wooden cart through the foggy streets. Knocks on the door. Come. And Irina is just continuing to walk past. Excuse me, would you mind buying some dream pastries? Anyone inside? Dun. No? Alright. And she hunched over, and she looks at you as you go by. Irina just walks straight past her. Ah, hello, pretty lady. Would you mind taking part in an old lady's business?
She just kind of looks at Irina and looks back at the lady. What do you have, I suppose?
She opens up the cart, and immediately the smell of brown sugar, baked brown sugar, hits your nostrils. Just some dream pastries.
Dream pastries.
And Serena turns
Why
back
are they
to you.
called that?
Serena stops and looks behind you. Irina, come.
Oh, don't be such a sorry sore.
Did she call her own name, or am I?
Yeah. Irina turned back and said, like, Serena, come on.
Oh, okay.
And the hag is now just like the old hag woman is just.
Oh, don't listen. They're wonderful. They'll take you away from this horrid place. If only for a moment.
What are the ingredients?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Mostly sugar. It's very sweet and pleasant.
And she smiles a big toothy grin, and you see that several of her teeth are missing and crooked. And now the smell of like a little bit of like rotted gums is mingling with the brown sugar as she opens up her mouth in a big toothy grin.
Okay, I'm gonna insight to see. It's like, oh, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's like, is there stuff in here that there shouldn't be?
Go ahead, make an insight check.
17.
She seems legit amused at the question, and you get the impression that, though it being in a kind of like a snide way, she's definitely being purposefully vague, like she's hiding something.
Well, I love sweets, but maybe next time. I really have to be somewhere.
You'll find me here some nights. Should you, be in the market for baked goods?
You can find me at the Serena.
Coming. Sorry. Goodbye. And she just kind of turns around and like kind of skimpers away, like, okay, bye.
And like right before she finishes the sentence, you just turn around and book it. Pay that woman no mind. She sells her wares here. She's the one that I've heard rumors about.
Rumors? What kind?
The kind that she takes children as payment for her goods.
What? Oh, gosh. Well, oh. Well, it's a good thing I didn't. Anyway, yeah, let's keep going.
You head back toward the house, and right around now, the sobbing, the familiar crying that echoes throughout the streets most hours of the day starts to kick back in. At this point, it just blends in with the atmosphere as you run past the house to the south, straight toward the mansion, and the crying slowly gets quieter and quieter the further away you get from that house.
Irina, do you know who that person is? I heard them earlier.
I had no mind. She's just wailing away in her madness.
Okay. Is she always like that?
Always. Well, nah. At least for a while, anyway. I don't know her story. Like I said before, we keep to our own.
Okay. And that's that.
Mm-hmm. She approaches the mansion door. Tries the door. It's locked. Brother! Boom, 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 boom. Brother! No answer. Ismark! Stop being such a child! I am not being a child, right from the other side of the door. Ismark, please. Nothing has changed. Social tradition be damned, you're still my... Irina. Fine. What then? Lock me out of the house? Forget about everything that's happened? Forget that Father died because he was defending me? Forget everything that had happened to us. Ismark, for the love of the Morning Lord, you're not that idiotic. You hear the door, like it's unlocked. And she turns back to you. Well, I don't know if you have any business that you want to do in the town, but anything that you should have, I guess, piqued your interest in whatever way this drab place could. You should probably finish it tonight before we leave in the morning. Though if Strahd's about, I would be wary.
Right. I mean, he did say that he would be, at least watching me in some way or another. I don't know if he has, omnipotence, or if he just has a lot of friends or something, but... I mean, for the most part, he said that... I don't know. I got the impression that he doesn't want to just kill me. And he obviously doesn't want to kill you.
I think if he wanted that, I would have already been dead. Well,
Exactly. So, despite the danger, I think we might be at least relatively okay walking around. And I did want to do maybe a little bit more exploring.
well, we'll be here. I have a discussion to have.
Right. I did want to ask. Well, actually, maybe I should ask inside. Now she's like getting like a little like suspicious.
Make a perception check.
20.
20. And you have dark vision, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
I can see all.
You see behind you, kind of ducked behind some buildings, 3 figures. They are wearing bright colors, which is probably one of the only reasons that you're able to see through the mist. And they appear to be in similar garb to the man that picked you up on the cart. And the mansion is kind of detached away from the rest of the town, and they definitely seem to be looking your direction. And they notice you, notice them. And as soon as you make brief eye contact, they duck behind some buildings and disappear.
Yep. All right. Just in case, let's get inside, and I'll ask a few questions because there's something on my mind.
Right. Well, she opens the door.
And she goes in.
You enter the mansion, and Ismark has already got a fire going, and the hearth is crackling. And he is sitting in the room where the coffin used to be. And he is just sitting there by the fire with a nail in hand, and he looks back. Welcome back. And he has a kind of a solemn, like, gives you a smile, but it's a smile that expresses sorrow.
I don't really know if it's my place to say anything, since this is a family issue, but Okay, so whether or not she is your blood sister, why? I still can't get my mind around why it's so important.
It's how we survive. Irina just looks down at her feet as she says that, and Ismark stands up. There's not much hope in this place. And though I am to be the burgomaster of this town, the figure that looks after everyone else, myself and everyone in the town only look out for themselves in the end. There's no hope anymore. Everyone has long since given up. So, there's only one thing to do, and that's survive. Go on to the next day. If you're lucky, find someone that's looking for companionship. Bring someone else into this world to help you survive when you're older.
You didn't answer my question at all. What? Huh? You're her older brother, okay? Did you guys not grow up together?
We did.
And were you not trying to defend her while your demon monster Strahd person was trying to harm her?
That was before I knew. I don't know if this changes anything. It doesn't, you moron! I don't know what's going through your head, brother. But the blood that flows through my veins doesn't change any of what we have experienced. I don't know what's going on in that head of yours, but it's moronic.
Yeah, what she said.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
18.
Ismark takes his gaze from the floor and looks to both of you. You're right. I know. I know. It's just... It's... I don't know. I guess... Spent my whole life thinking one thing and learning that it's another is just kind of a shock. We are family. Yeah. And Irina goes over, puts her hand on his shoulder. Idiot. Kind of swats her hand away. Shut up. Anyway, family matters aside, what's the plan?
Well, I actually was going to ask you guys a question. So, I remember meeting someone when I first arrived. He took me to the village on his carriage. He said that he mentioned something about traveling between worlds?
You must be talking about the Vistani. The Devil's spies.
Ah. How can they do that?
Honestly, I'm not sure. Maybe we can ask one of them.
I already shooed away like 3.
And you'll
Oh,
shoot.
dang it. I should have asked him.
You'll probably shoo away a lot more. They are quite rambunctious. Especially the young men.
Well, rambunctious is fine as long as they can cooperate and I can talk to them. Because, I wish I knew how they can travel between lands. I mean, if they can do it, maybe there's a way for me to do it, possibly. And if they know that kind of information, they might, I don't know, maybe know something about, this land, or even Strahd himself.
At this point, Ismark pipes up. I've heard that there's an encampment of them to the north. It's on the way, actually, to Valaki. Just outside the Sar Pool.
Okay. Well, great. I think we should try to talk with... Do they have, like, a leader or something like that? Is there a captain? Is there someone that... Or are they just running around?
To be perfectly honest, we tend to not really, socialize with people that are working with the fellow that is trying to do Mother Night knows what with me.
Right. Well, I suppose the next time we encounter one, I can try to ask them.
I suppose so, but... And then she kind of looks, and Ismark pipes up. You're not the first outsider to be brought here. Every outsider that either... Well, some of them, I have never met one myself, but I've heard tales of short folk with pointed ears like yourself. Folk with various odd physical descriptions being drawn here. And they all disappear eventually. And I think that if there was a way out, as simple as asking one of the Vistani... I'm sorry, I haven't asked myself, but I find it hard to believe that it would be that easy. But I suppose we don't know until we try.
Exactly. Well, let's see. Well, that doesn't really constitute as a plan, but I guess that's one thing we can do. That we can try. I guess, what time do we leave tomorrow?
Well, probably early. Best we travel in daylight. That's when the vampire sleeps. Brother, How do you know that? That's just a fact. The devil Strahd sleeps in his coffin in the day. Everyone knows that. Yes, everyone knows that. And she rolls his eyes as he says that.
That's common knowledge?
It's what everyone says. But I have a... I don't know what to believe. I've heard the similar things, but at this point... I don't trust anything that I haven't seen myself.
That's probably smart, but...
If everyone says it, it has to have some truth, right?
Some salt.
Hey, I'm just... at least I have some information, and he kind of looks away embarrassed. You don't have to be
I
right.
mean, I guess it's better than nothing.
Yes. You don't have to be right all the time, brother. Well, bright and early, I agree with. Head to the Vistani camp tomorrow, bright and early?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well... Like I said before, if you have any unfinished business in the town, this is your last chance.
Maybe I might go buy some supplies. I don't think there's anything else other than that.
Ismark kind of chuckles as you say that. Good luck with that ordeal.
Oh, are people not gonna...
Oh, no. There is a shop, and the owner is very, very willing to sell you his merchandise.
Is there something I should know about this merchant?
Well, he has his enforcer is a good man, just a little naive. And he's an extortionist. That's the best way that I can put it.
Oh, so I have to bargain with him.
He will charge an arm and a leg for the things that he knows that you need.
Well, we'll see about that. Just tell me where in the world this person is, and I'll try to work my magic.
Across the street from the tavern where we met in.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll be heading right there, and I'll try to head right back.
You should probably hurry. His doors are, if they're not already closed, will close soon.
Okay. And, well, if I am back late, I can just send you guys a message. It's okay.
All right.
See you guys later.
And you cheerfully go out the door, back into the town. And you head to the store, to the shop.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You head into the streets. As you walk past the street, you see one of the Vistani figures kind of walk out, and the streets are absolutely dead. And he just walks out. Hey, excuse me, miss.
Yeah?
What were you doing in that mansion over there?
Why?
How many
What were you doing in this shop?
Not many people go and visit that house. How's Irina and the lesser one doing?
They're good.
Good. How long are you going to be in town for?
Why?
We don't get very many visitors. Call it professional curiosity.
Oh, you're a professional. What do you do?
I take odd jobs here and there, but I suppose you could say I'm mostly a salesman.
Oh, what do you sell?
Whatever I have on hand. Don't have any of my goods with me. This is more of a leisure visit. I'm heading back to the encampment tonight, actually. But I figured I would stop and see what all the hubbub was about. Pretty lady like
Hubbub?
you, roaming the streets by yourself.
Stop. You said encampment. Actually, I was planning on possibly visiting,
Oh, please do.
sometime tomorrow.
Please do.
And he smiles. So, you're heading to the camp tomorrow, by the Sar pool.
Yes, possibly?
It's by the Ivilus River, just west of here, but if you're heading there, I suppose we can have this conversation in a more pleasant environment.
Okay,
Yes.
my name's Serena.
And, he approaches. He reaches out his hand. Eugene.
Eugene, hi. Well, anyway, it was good to meet you. I was just gonna, buy some supplies.
Well, good luck with that. We'll continue this conversation in a more jovial place. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. And at this point, you see two other figures come up from behind you and just walk past you, and you had no idea that they were there. And they just join him, and they look back. One of them is this scraggly figure with like, half of his face is burned. But they're all, like, wearing a similar garb, and the other one just kind of has a bandana around his mouth covering his face. And they both look really serious, and the one in the middle that you were talking to, it was a pleasure meeting you. Come on, let's head back. And the three men go off.
Do they look like the same three people that she shooed away earlier, or no?
The ones that you saw looking at you?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they do.
Yep, I figured. Well, great. Well, she's gonna walk in.
You walk in to the establishment. The sparse light from this building spills out from behind drawn heavy curtains and a sign over the door creaking on its hinges that reads Bildraths Mercantile. And you open up the door, and the establishment is roughly 70 feet long and 40 feet wide. And you see a man behind a counter looking like he's packing up for the day, just starting to put out some of the lanterns from around the place. And a very large man that is just kind of picking up crates and stacking them in a shelf in a high place. And he looks up, smiles.
Ah, yes. Welcome to Bildraths Mercantile. What can I do for you?
Hi. I just wanted to look around and, possibly get some supplies.
Of course. Please look around. Tell me if anything piques your interest.
Of course.
And you look around, and there are various things. There's weapons, armor, some various cooking utensils and herbs, backpacks, bedrolls. Standard general store stuff.
Okay. Let's see. You know what? I don't have rope. That could be useful. Yeah. Does he have any rope?
He does.
Okay. Excuse me, how much is this rope?
Ah, yes. Wonderful, very useful item in these days. That'll run you 10 gold pieces.
10 gold pieces? Oh, what kind of rope is this?
Oh, just hempen rope, very fine, well woven, as you can see, and Kenny tugs on it. Will serve well for whatever ails you, I can promise you that.
I'm sure, but wow, 10 gold. Are you sure you can't go, just go a little bit? I mean, cut me some slack. I mean, 10 gold, come on. Someone can live very...
Cut some slack, I appreciate that.
I mean, someone can live very, very handsomely well for 10 gold a month, okay? For one piece of... I mean, come on.
It's as
Fun.
I
Be a
always.
pal.
It's as I always.
Be a friend.
It's as I.
Okay,
say.
you know what? You know what?
If you want it badly enough,
I'll sing you a song.
you'll pay for it. 10 gold, and he holds up the rope.
What if I sing you a song?
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Dang it. 8. No, that's a natural 1,
He
actually.
just kind of dangles the rope. It's fine rope. I give you my word, it is very functional. 50 feet. The best you can get in any place, I assure you.
You know, for 10 gold, I think I would rather wind it myself.
Well, would you like the supplies to do that? I can sell you that.
For how much?
Well, if you want to wind up the hempen rope yourself, I have the hemp already dried if you wanted to make the individual strands and wrap it together, and then I have the little bit at the end to make sure that it all sticks together.
That was all a joke.
Oh, well then, I'm sorry. I thought you were here to do business, though I do appreciate your humor.
Well, yeah. Well, it was nice seeing you. And then she literally just turns around and leaves.
Please come back. And you close the door.
Just bye.
Yeah. Is there anything else that you want to do?
Is there anything in noticeable in particular? I don't.
Well, you have the information. It's whatever you want to do.
Okay. Other than the lady crying, let's see. You know what? She's gonna visit the house again. That keeps the lady that keeps crying. Okay, she's still crying.
Yep, she's still crying.
She's been crying for hours.
She stops momentarily, but it's almost as if she passes out from exhaustion and then goes back to crying.
Okay.
So, you walk outside of Bildraths Mercantile and you make a left, and you step in front of this shack. A moaning sob floats through the still gray streets, coloring your thoughts with sadness. And the sound flows from this dark 2-story townhouse, which is about 40 square feet and is boarded up and barricaded from the inside. The windows have long since been broken. And the moaning is coming from inside.
Well, I wasn't able to help the priest, but maybe I might be able to help this person. I mean, she must have a really big headache from crying this long. And she's gonna kind of look around. I don't know. I think she might just knock on the door.
You knock on the door. No stutter in the sobs. And no answer.
Great. It's a little weird to just be creeping in, breaking into the house to see if they're okay. That's kind of... It's kind of weird. She's gonna knock on the door, and say, hello? Ma'am? Are you all right in there? Hello?
No response.
Oh, there must be something I can do. Are there any windows?
There are. They're all boarded up.
Oh, good.
They're not boarded up like it seemed like it was like a rush job. So like there are slits and things. It's not airtight.
Okay, so do the windows, they don't open and close because they're boarded up,
Yeah.
right?
Correct.
Because I was like, dang, I could try to open one of the
Yeah.
windows.
They are boarded up from the inside.
Isn't open. Windows are boarded up. Lady's just sobbing in the inside. What if she's in trouble? I don't want to break into somebody's house.
Just a point. You've knocked on the door. You haven't tried the handle.
Oh, maybe I should try opening the door. But she still would be breaking into somebody's house.
This is true.
Okay, if she was to do that. Okay, so
Yeah.
she's gonna. Okay, she'll try the door handle.
It is unlocked.
Oh, great. Okay. Well, she's perfect. She feels very stupid for a second, and she kind of hesitantly like peeks her head in, like, hello, ma'am.
You open up the door and you see the interior is bare, filled with cobwebs, dust, and a few pieces of broken furniture. And you hear that the sobs are coming from a room upstairs.
So she is gonna kind of carefully go through the room and try to head up the stairs. She's gonna continue to be like, ma'am, is everything all right? You know, she doesn't want to like pounce and be like spooky, so she wants to try to alert that she's there. I didn't want to accidentally or not break into your house, but
Don't.
I wanted to see if you were all right.
As you go up the stairs, your feet creak on each of the boards as you go up. Until eventually you are greeted with a sight of a woman in brown rags. She sits in the center of this bedroom, clutching a malformed doll, and she is just sobbing into this doll. And just in the middle of this floor, not moving, just gasping for air before sobbing back into this doll.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Is everything all right? What's wrong?
She stops crying. And you can't see her face just because it's covered in a hood. And she just keeps looking down, holding the doll. My Gertrude. My Gertrude is gone. She's gone. She's gone. She's gone.
Gertrude? Who is she?
My whole... The only thing that I had in this world. The only thing. And she's gone. She was here. She broke out of the house. Just 7 moons ago. And she has to come back.
7 moons ago.
Oh, Gertrude. And she just clutches the doll.
Is Gertrude your... daughter, sister?
My baby girl. My Gertruda! My Gertruda!
Have you tried looking for her? Has anyone seen her, or?
My Gertruda! Have you seen her? Have you seen my Gertruda? Have you seen? Have you seen?
I
seen
haven't.
my Gertruda?
I don't think I've seen her. I've only been here for one day, so. But if I do see her, I'll be sure to tell you, all right?
She stops clutching the doll and just kind of, her arms go limp. Her hooded form just looks at the ground at this doll. And she just sets this doll down and you get a better look at it. And this doll almost seems to leer at you. But it's not like a living creature, it's just this creepy, malformed face that seems like half chopped in a silk cloth dress. And make a perception check.
Okay. Perception or investigation? Or I guess it doesn't really matter. They're both
perception.
16.
You see just on a tag that has yet to be taken off is in nice calligraphic writing a tag that says is no fun, is no Blinsky, in a very like playful, childish colors. Gertruda. Gertruda. Gertruda.
What is Blinsky?
Gertruda.
Ma'am?
Have you seen my Gertruda?
Not yet, but if I see her, I'll tell you, all right?
Have you seen my... Have you... Have you seen my Gertruda?
No, ma'am. Not yet. All right?
And she just buries her hands back in her head and starts sobbing again.
Do you know any reason why she might have left, or?
And she stops and looks up at you. I kept her safe her whole life. I kept her safe in this house. I kept her safe and then she just leaves. She left. And she doesn't come back.
Well, I can't guarantee anything, but again, if I do find her, I'll do my best to bring her home, okay?
Bring back my Gertruda.
I'll do everything I can.
And she looks up. And as her face slowly rises, black, greasy hair falls to the floor. Because she's still like kind of bunched up, and looks up and her hood kind of falls. And the gray hair, the black hair very quickly turns gray as it gets closer to her scalp. And you see an old woman with just a terrified look on her face. Big, red, puffy eyes. And it's like she has as little flesh on a face as you possibly could. She looks like she hasn't been taking care of herself at all.
Well, Serena she just stands up and she's really not sure what to do. You know, she's already kind of tried to offer her help. So at this point, she just kind of, you know, puts her hand on the woman's shoulder for comfort and then starts to go.
It's silent for a little bit. And as you leave, you just hear mumbling. And as you down the stairs, back out the open door, which is slapping against the wood door in the breeze. As you step out the door, the sobbing just starts again.
Well, I guess I figured out everything I needed to figure out. I think there's nothing at the store. It's like $1 billion gold to buy anything. And I'm not sure what to do to help the old woman, so I guess I should head back.
All right. Anything else that you want to do before you take an answer?
Not really. Nah.
Okay.
Go sleep.
All right. You head back to the mansion, and there is a bedroll prepared for you in front of the hearth. The fire is just starting to go out, but it's warm. And the blankets, while seemingly worn, are thick and comforting and soft. You don't see Irina or Ismark in there. As you approached the door, though, and it was unlocked, which is odd. And as you opened it, Ismark kind of went downstairs to see to make sure that it was you. Kind of nodded, and then went in and locked the door as you came in. I'll be patrolling the house if you need something.
Oh, all right. I don't need anything now, but thank you.
Okay. Have a good rest. I hope the bedding is to your liking. We figured you would prefer this than sleep in Father's room.
Thank you. Yeah, if you know, if I knew that I would be traveling to a completely different land, I would have brought more. But
feel free to take
yes.
the bedroll with you. We have a backpack we could let you have.
Oh, that would be wonderful. Thank you so much.
Yes. Take whatever you need.
Well, that's very generous of you. Thank you. If you need me to cover a shift for, patrol, you can always wake me up. It's okay.
I think I might take you up on that.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Good night, then.
And she just kind of puts his hand on your shoulder. Thank you. Sincerely. This is more than anyone could have dared hope for.
No problem.
All right.
I should go sleep.
You go to sleepy sleep. And around 4 hours later, you are awoken. Do you mind?
Is it morning?
No, I would like to sleep as well.
Of course. Okay. Whew. Okay, yeah, go get some rest.
All right. Ismark goes to bed. Make a perception and an investigation check.
Oh, snap.
As you roam the house.
Perception and investigate. Oh, natural 20 and a 17.
You look around the house and patrol the hallways, looking outside the the boarded up windows and the little slits. And you are certain that there is nothing out there. You are dead certain. And you look back at the hallway to see if those men that you saw earlier were still looking at you. And they seem to have gone too.
Good.
And the sobbing's even gone. You get a sense that even she needs to sleep sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And as you walk around the house, you just are naturally keeping that thing in mind, like, oh, just take whatever you need. So, having that in mind, you look around for things that you could possibly need. You find 50 feet of rope.
Yes! She's like, yes, I don't underspend 10 gold!
You got your backpack, your bedroll,
Mm-hmm.
10 torches.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to do rations. We'll say that you find rations too, but don't worry about it.
I don't need rations, okay? I have good berry.
Yeah.
Rations. For plebeians.
A lantern. Yeah, that's what you find at the 17.
Okay.
And eventually, the morning comes, or what resembles a morning in this place. You expect a sunrise or something, but it is just more gray as the sun peers through the fog, rising on the other side, shining a very dulled light on the castle overlooking the village. And Irina and Ismark come down the stairs, all packed, ready to go. Right, well, I've said my goodbyes, and she kind of puts her hand on the house as she says that. It's odd to leave the place where you grew up, thinking that you'll never come back.
You can say that again.
Come on, we're losing daylight. And Ismark just storms past you too. Charming as always. And you head down the road. You travel.
Dun, 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 dun.
Travel by map. You travel for probably around like an hour. Around 2 miles. You leave the town to the west, crossing a bridge where the river beneath you flows as clear as a blue winter sky through the valley. It is clear, beautiful water, and you can see large river fish swimming downstream. You continue on past that and see
How are they traveling?
They're just
Carriage or walking or horse or what?
You're just walking.
Walking? Okay.
Yes, and as you continue down, you see a less cheery sight. At a crossroads, one leading north, the other leading west. You see...
Okay, wait. Map.
Yeah, getting right board out? Yep, there's the pen. She has the pen. As you see, an old wooden gallows creaks in the chill wind. And blows down from high ground to the west. A frayed length of rope dances from its beam. The well-worn rope splits here, and a signpost opposite the gallows points off in 3 directions. Barovia village, the direction that you just came from, the Tsar pool to the northwest, and Ravenloft/Svalich to the southwest.
Wait, okay, so Ravenloft is in southwest. Okay. And what was it to the northwest?
The Ser pool. T-S-E-R pool.
T-S-A-R?
T-S-E-R. Like Ser. I imagine it's
Sarah
yeah,
Pool,
yeah.
okay. Sarah Pool, Ravenloft to the southeast, and then...
Valaki and Ravenloft to the southwest.
Okay. And then the direction we came from was east?
Yes.
Okay. So
You
that
have been
was-
traveling west.
Okay, so basically I've come to a fork
Yep.
that goes these two other directions.
Yep. The northwest fork slants down and disappears into the trees, while the southwest fork clings to an upward slope. Across from the gallows, a low wall, crumbling in pieces, partially encloses a small plot of graves, shrouded in fog.
Okay, and then around this area there's a bunch of like gallows, stuff like that. Okay. I'm just gonna draw a bunch of hangman trees.
Beautiful.
Great.
Which direction? What do you think?
Okay, so not the castle.
Well, then that leaves only one direction. And he points to the one that was leading to the Ser pools.
Well, that was easy.
All right. And you continue along the path. And as you leave the gallows, you can hear the creaking noise behind you coming from the gallows. And where there was nothing before, now hangs a lifeless gray body. And the breeze turns the hanged figure slowly. And the body seems to fix its eyes on you as it's swaying in the breeze.
Oh my gosh, that's creepy. Okay, time to go. Time to go. Time to go. Time to go. I'm not gonna deal with that right now. She like really picks up her pace, like, okay, bye.
As you pick up your pace, they're like, "Hey, wait, what's the rush? What's going on?" And you just
There was the thing at the hangman tree over there, and then I think there was a body over there, and I swear it was looking at me.
they turn around. What body? What are you talking about? I don't see anything.
The one right there, and then she points.
You see a body, and it is faced towards you, and it seems like it's swaying back and forth, but you swear with each sway that its face is just following the direction that you are. Like it was at a slight angle, and now that you're off the trail, it seems to have repositioned itself to look directly at you.
Did you guys not see that?
No, what are you talking about? I don't see anything, darling.
You don't see the body looking at us?
Are you okay?
What? I'm not crazy. You get.
Darling, I think maybe you should drink some water, perhaps.
Oh my gosh. She's just staring at the body like. You guys really can't see that.
I don't know what you're talking about, Serena.
Okay, fine. Let's go. She's just like, is like rubbing her temples like, okay, let's just go. I can't.
Okay. Irina and Ismark both look at each other. And I'm like, well, all right. And they follow. You continue down the road, and eventually you hear a very quiet sound that slowly starts to ramp up as you travel. You hear the sound of faint music. Very faintly, kind of reverberating in the valley.
Do you guys hear that? Please tell me you can hear that.
Yes, we can hear that. We must be getting close.
Okay.
To
Okay.
the road gradually disappears. and is replaced by a twisted, muddy path through the trees. Deep ruts in the earth are evidence of comings and goings of wagons. The canopy of mist and branches suddenly gives way to black clouds boiling far above. And there is a clearing here, next to a river that widens to form a very small lake. Several hundred feet across, with 5 colorful rounded tents, each 10 feet in diameter, which are pitched outside of a ring of four-barrel topped wagons. A much larger tent stands near the shore of the lake, its sagging form lit from within. Near this tent, 8 unbridled horses drink from the river, and the mournful strains of an accordion and guitar with singing of several brightly clad figures around a bonfire are visible. A footpath continues beyond this encampment, meandering north between the river and the forest's edge.
Is this the camp?
I would think so.
Okay. Well, I guess let's not be strangers then. And she continues forward to, she specifically wants to see, like, the performers and music and stuff like that.
You continue forward, and you see that there are several figures just sitting around a campfire, and a bonfire, rather. Like, this isn't a small fire, like, this is a roaring fire at the center of them, and they are just linked arms and dancing and like, hey! And they are singing in this crazy verse about some guy that found a maiden that he was in love with and couldn't bear to let her go, so he tried several different ways, and each verse is like a ridiculous way that he tried to woo her. And the performers are just sitting at one end of the bonfire and smiling, and it's a very jovial place. And as you approach, the black smoke from the bonfire kind of like, the smell mingles with cooking meats and charcoal. And as you approach, you see a familiar form. The very large Vistani man that picked you up at the cart with the long pipe. Oh, look who the cat dragged in! Boys, this is the lady that gave me a silver or gold or something for her troubles to take her to the village. Well, welcome, please, have a seat. We have plenty of stories to tell if you have a moment. If you want to take part in the meal or drinks, that you'll have to pay for. And they all kind of chuckle.
Well, I'd love to meet with you all.
Ismark and Irina seem to have like a cautious look about them. Hey, well, crawled up your ass and died, kid. Don't call me kid, please. Whatever you say, kid. Brother, be civil. What are we doing here, Serena?
I'm trying to get information. And to make more friends.
Fine.
And she, goes, I don't know, well, I guess the person that, who took her to the village is talking to her right now. So, let's see. What should I do? Well, I guess she'll look to the people that are like partying pretty much, and she'll say, I'm like, well, are you guys celebrating something?
We're always celebrating something, my darling. Would you care for a dance?
I didn't hear a single thing you said right now.
Sorry. We are always celebrating something. Would you care for a dance?
She just kind of looks at, Irina and Ismark and is like,
They both just kind of like, whatever you want to do, this is your plan.
Sure. I don't know, if there's any specific dances that you guys do.
And he grabs you and just starts twirling you around the fire. Make a performance check.
10.
You don't know the steps. You don't know what you're doing.
I don't know these steps.
Yes, but as you're dancing around, it says, there are no steps, just go into it! And you just start swaying around the fireplace. And 10, you are about as good as the person that you are dancing with. It feels more like a drunken sway than a dance. But with your training, you can do that even when you don't know the steps. And it's a fairly jovial dance. And eventually, he lifts you up and then puts you down, and everyone just kind of starts laughing and clapping as he sees you put you down. And he's like, thank you so much. It was such an honor to dance with a beauty such as you. And he goes to kiss your hand, and a woman that's next to him just kind of slaps his hand. Ah!
Well, that was fun. Oh, by the way, my name is Serena. And she to the woman that slapped him.
The woman kind of gives you a snide look. A red-haired woman, green eyes and a shawl around her head. You can call me Tess.
Tess, hi. I'm obviously not from around here, as you might be able to tell. But, yeah, a fun party you guys have here.
Yes, quite. Come along. And she kind of grabs the man that you were dancing with by the ears. I'll just see you again soon. Oh, talk to Madam Eva while you're here. She will blow your mind with her visions of... And he just kind of gets dragged into one of the tents.
Madam Eva?
That lad may be a little bit forward, but I would recommend it if you haven't. She's kind of... guess you could call her the leader of this bunch.
Oh, so I was right. Okay, well, where is she?
Oh, big ass tent near the river, and she points to the tent that is towering above the rest. And it is slightly open, and you see light coming from inside.
All right, well, I guess that makes sense. Let's hope she's not busy. Thank you. And she starts walking over there.
And Irina Ismark kind of taps you on the shoulder. What are we supposed to do?
Come with me?
Okay. And
unless you guys don't want to.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. And he goes behind you, and Irina just kind of looks at the people around the fire, looks at you two. I think I will take advantage of the festivities while I can.
I mean, are you sure you don't want to come with, or no?
My kind of lady. And a woman kind of stands up from the fireplace. Such refined taste. Please, I will show you how the Vistani party, yes? Oh, please. And she grabs his hand, and then she tosses up a flask. Irina catches it, and then is immediately swept off her feet as the music kind of starts to pick up around her, and then she kind of gets swept off into the dance.
All right, have fun. I guess I'll be back.
Don't wait up! And she seems sincerely happy at this moment.
And then she walks inside.
All right. You approach, and as you enter the tent, you notice that there are magic flames that cast a reddish glow over the interior of the tent, revealing a low table covered in black velvet cloth. Glints of light seem to flash from a crystal ball on the table as a hunched figure appears in its depths. As the crone speaks, her voice crackles like dry weeds. At last you have arrived.
Have you been waiting for me?
And the flames kind of flicker a little bit. I suppose you could say I've been expecting you.
All right. Well, so someone said that, you do fortunes or something?
Sit down, Serena. I can see that you have many questions that would serve you well to have answers.
Right, like how you know my name. That would also be great.
Please, sit. Ismark, though this does concern you, would you mind keeping an eye on the boys outside, make sure they aren't doing anything unruly? And Ismark kind of comes to a face with like realization. It's like, oh shit! Leaving her alone was a stupid idea. And then he turns around and opens the tent.
Right. Okay, well...
What do you think of blue?
Blue?
The color.
I
think
like it okay.
It's quite delicious, if I do say so myself.
Sure. I prefer purple or green myself, but,
More of a taste of purple, I can respect that. Have you taken a seat?
Yeah, she'll sit down, a little cautiously, though.
So, what is it that you desire, Serena?
Well, there's a few things. First, I want to figure out if there's a way for me to return home.
That is the question that so many before you have asked. Yet none seem to have found the answer to. Old Madam Ava may be able to help you.
Really?
I do not have the answers you seek, but I know where you can find them.
All right. Where?
She takes out a wooden box, places it on the counter. Do you believe in fate, Serena? Opens it up to reveal a beautiful deck of what seem to be tarot cards.
Well, I'm not sure if I believe in fate. It implies that it cannot be changed. I
She's
believe...
shuffling the deck.
in Destiny, though.
Destiny?
That, Destiny sort of implies that there's something that you are meant to do, but whether or not you achieve it is up to you.
And what do you think your destiny is, Serena?
Well, I'm not sure. Possibly help some of the people in this land while I try to find my way home?
Perhaps. Stop shuffling the deck. Straightens it out. Maybe the cards can reveal more. Perhaps they have the answers you seek. And she flips out 5 cards.
I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. Do I flip them over? Do I shuffle them? Do I mix them? I don't know.
Do not tempt fate, Serena. That's what old Madame Ava does. And
Oh,
she kind of puts her hands around the crystal ball and nothing seems to be happening. She points to the card to the far left. I see everything. This card tells of history, knowledge of the ancient will to help you better understand your enemy. You have angered. No, not angered. Been summoned by the devil himself. The newest plaything. I see what this is. He points to the card above. This card tells of a powerful... Yes, and now is a great time to take notes.
I'm ready. I'm on it right now. Okay, so left is history.
That will help you better understand your enemy. Points to the card at the top.
Okay.
This card tells of a powerful force for good and protection. A holy symbol of great hope. Hope. Silly thing, that hope in this day and age. Such wonderful possibilities I see in your future. Points to the card at the far right. This card tells of power and strength. Ooh, it tells of a weapon, of vengeance, a sword of sunlight. Points to the card at the very bottom. This one kind of hovers her hand above it. This card sheds light on one who will help you greatly in the battle against the darkness. And you will need all of the help you can get, my dear. I can tell you that much. And she points to the card to the center. And as her hand touches that center card, her face goes from the joking smile and instantly darkens. This is it. This is the card that will decide your fate. The card where all the roads lead to. The card that has the answers that you seek. Your enemy, the person that is keeping you here, is a creature of darkness, whose powers are beyond mortality. This card will lead you to him. Are you ready to learn your fate, dearie?
not ready. I need to take my notes. Really, hang on. She's just there, like, busting out, like, a ink and everything.
Mm.
Let's see. There's not enough room. Okay, so I need to transition to a notepad. And we're here. Okay,
Yeah.
Some
We're
serious
here.
business.
We're
here.
This is important. D&D, everyone.
Yep. Okay, we're no longer in whiteboard territory.
No.
I know.
Had I known that you were taking all those notes on the whiteboard, I would have told you to get a notebook or some kind of Word document or something.
I have all here. Okay, so top. Okay,
Okay.
I'm ready.
Are you
Okay,
ready?
She has her quill ready. And like, okay, I'm ready.
She puts her hand over the leftmost card. And she flips it. Interesting. Very interesting. Your fate does take you to very odd places. Look for a fortress. Inside a fortress. In a place hidden behind fire. There, you will find...
Hidden behind where?
In a place hidden behind fire.
Oh, fire. That's a key word right there. Okay, go ahead.
Look for a fortress inside a fortress in a place hidden behind fire. There, you will find what you seek.
All right. That's a fortress in a fortress behind a fire.
She puts her hand over the second card. And she flips it. The top card. The paladin. Symbol of valor and hope. Hope. What this all comes down to hope, 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 hope. I see a sleeping prince, a servant of light, and the brother of darkness. Treasure lies within him. A sleeping prince, a servant of light, and the brother of darkness. The treasure lies within him. She reaches over
Okay.
to the
Paladins.
card on the far right. Flips it. The druid. Should have known. Should have known. Should have known. Should have known. And she puts her hand atop it and closes her eyes. An evil tree. Yes. An evil tree grows atop a hill of graves, where the ancient dead sleep. The ravens can help you find it. Look for the treasure there.
Okay. Okay, evil tree on a hill of graves. The ravens can help me. Okay.
Reaches to the card at the bottom. flips it, and she kind of gasps. Oh, my goodness, the beast. No surprise, and she looks up at you and big crooked smile. The beast. Puts her hand over the card, starts mumbling. Where, oh where can we find this beast? I see. I see. I see. What the hell do I see?
I'm like, what do I see?
Yeah.
Do I see anything?
I see.
I don't see anything.
I see a werewolf. A werewolf holds a secret hatred for your enemy. Use her hatred for your advantage. This beast will help you slay the devil.
Okay. Okay, so a werewolf. Oh gosh. Oh.
And
Okay, a werewolf might help me. Okay.
And she reaches in the center and her hand starts to tremble. And as her hand, she seems to be pushing against something as she is reaching for the card. Like as in she seemed to be like, she's almost pushing against something as she's reaching for this card, but it's just wind. Like there's nothing there, but it seems like she's pushing down on something and she's struggling. You cannot hide from Madam Ava. And the room around you kind of starts to blow, the fire starts to crackle.
She's like looking around like scared, like.
And boom, her hand slaps on the table. And as her hand slaps on the table, boom! The fires go out. And you're in darkness. Before the fires light on their own.
Is that normal?
And she flips over the 5th card. There he is. The marionette. The devil's location. The one who holds the answers. The answers you seek. Look to great heights. Find the beating heart of the castle. He waits nearby. And she sits back in the chair and lets out an exhale.
Are you all right?
The madam has given you all she can. You have
Okay.
the answers, the locations to the answers, the means to complete your goal.
Okay. Well, thank you. Do you want some tea or something?
You're very kind, Serena. You always have been. It's just who you are. The devil feeds upon that. Beware. Your kindness may be your undoing.
try to be careful then.
Please. The rest is up to you, darling. The rest is up to you. Be sure to have lots of purple on your journey.
I'll try my best.
And she motions her hand toward the door. Your companion should not be kept waiting. Good luck.
Of course.
Good luck, Serena. I'm rooting for you.
Thank you, Madam Eva. And she gets up and she heads towards the door.
As you exit back outside toward the festivities, you see that Irina is just dancing jovially to the music and seems to be sipping from a flask. I haven't done this in ages. Oh, don't worry, darling. This is the best part. And lifts her up. Whoa! Jesus! And just lifts her up like right above and then tosses her. Whoa! And then gets caught and everyone just goes crazy and claps. Beautiful! Wunderbar! Wunderbar!
And she's just kind of like surprised, like, whoa, I wasn't even gone that long.
Thank you. There you are. How much longer do you think?
Well, I think I have at least some information of how to, well, go about all of this.
Good. We really should get back on the road.
All right, although it seems like your sister's having a good time.
Yes, of course. Dancing with the devils, worshippers. Yeah, a lot of fun. Can we move?
Okay, fine.
Leave? But we haven't even gotten a chance to tell you our wonderful story yet. Sit down. I have a story of magic, mages, and the cursed land which you dwell now is where it all happened.
Ooh, that sounds fun. Can we listen?
Ismark rolls his eyes. Seriously?
Please.
And before he
gives a puppy dog eyes.
Yeah, before he even protests, the music pipes down. He stands up on top of a crate. Everyone listen! Ladies, gentlemen, to the wondrous tales of the mighty wizard of Barovia. And everyone just kind of pipes down and looks up at him.
Let's listen. And then she grabs his arm and just like, okay, sit.
Okay, you take him down with you, and he's just looks like taken, like, surprised that you just grabbed him and sat him down. And he just exhales, and Irina kind of goes up behind all of you. You really should unwind a little bit more, brother.
Yeah, see, you should unwind a little bit. Like, listen to your sister.
Someone has to be on guard. A mighty wizard came to this land over a year ago. I remember him like it was yesterday. He stood exactly where you are standing. And he points to the man in the back who's just kind of standing, and he just kind of raises a glass. A very charismatic man. He thought he could rally the people of Barovia against the devil Strahd. He stirred them with thoughts of revolt and bore them to the castle en masse. Oh, and then everyone starts mumbling all around. Yeah, how'd that go? Yes, of course. But when the vampire appeared, the wizard's peasant army fled in terror. Few stood their ground and were never seen again. Of course, naturally. And you notice that 3 men come out of wagons, and these 3 men are the ones that stopped you in the streets. And They just seem to have like a glum, serious expression on their face. One of them just has a green apple in his mouth. And looks at you. And spits out a piece of the core. Kind of gives a slight bow. The wizard and the vampire cast spells at each other. Their battle flew from the countryside of Ravenloft, the courtyards of Ravenloft. Pardon me, the drink is getting to my mind. Everyone chuckles. To a precipice overlooking the falls. And he points behind him to falls that may or may not actually be there. You can't see anything. I saw the battle with my own eyes. Thunder shook the mountainside, and great rocks tumbled down upon the wizard. Yet, by his magic, he survived. Oh, bollocks! I saw it with my own eyes! Yeah. I'm sure you did. Oh, don't listen to this, gentleman. Listen closely. Don't you believe old Vizzy? He never tells lies. Yeah, never tells lies, he says. Thunder shook the mountainside, and the great rocks tumbled down upon the wizard, and his magic saved him. Lightning from the heavens struck the wizard. Oh, bollocks! It's true! I vow it is true!
What happened next?
He gets off the
She's totally into the story right now.
Yeah, he hops off of the crate and looks you dead in the eyes. And again, he stood his ground, but when the devil Strahd fell upon him, the wizard's magic could not save him. I saw him thrown 1,000 feet to his death. Oh, of course. No dead men tell no tales, am I right, boys? I swear on my mother's honor. I climbed down the river in search of the wizard's body to see, if he had anything of value. But the river Riverless had already spirited him away. And his body was never found. That's it! Well, that's what I saw, anyway. I'm sure plenty of things happened after that, but that is everything that I saw with my own eyes. Yeah, we stopped the music for this. I swear! Old Vizzy never lies. Can we go now?
All right, well, I guess so. Although, and then she looks at the three men that she met earlier, and she says, I want to talk with someone else before we leave.
All right. Irina, come on. Oh, the party was just getting interesting. Let's leave while you're still sober. Here, and she tosses a silver. Mother might be with you. And you approach the three men. Eugene kind of steps in front of the other two again. Well, a pleasure to see that you are enjoying our festivities.
Yes. It seems like a fun party here. I spoke with some of the people, and you guys are all very friendly.
Very, very friendly. Where are you headed?
Well, I spoke with Madame Ava, and I'm still trying to figure out exactly what we're trying to do. So the answer is I'm not 100% sure, but we'll figure it out.
Well, heading down that road, and he points to the east, and you head from the west, so that seems to be the way forward.
Sure, I think.
Well, Head down that road. You'll arrive back to the main road. None of this back trail shit. But, I will say, it was good to see you. And, he looks at Irina. Make sure to keep her safe, huh?
Of course. I don't want to ruffle any feathers, but I did notice you three watching me while I was at the manor.
Oh, how embarrassing. Yes, I'm sorry, we were just so curious. An outsider arrives. Kind of the talk of the town. Just wanted to see what all of the hubbub was about. Big grin.
Really? I'm gonna insight.
Okay, insight.
Natural 20.
Lying up the yin-yang. He is lying his ass off.
Of course. Of course. Really? Is that why you always ask me where I am and where I'm going? And it seems a little stalkerish.
Oh, I'm sorry. I did not mean to. After
it just makes me a little nervous. Okay, you know, like I don't want to have to put a restraining order on you.
After you leave this camp, I'm sure chances are good you will not see me again. I don't know what the restraining order is, but I do not need to be restrained.
So you're saying I won't see you again? But I don't know, you seem like the sneaky type that, stalks people. So you can tell your buddy Strahd that I don't want to have dinner with him. Okay? Bye! And then she
His eyes go wide as you say that, and just say bye, and I'll say one of the other two people just looks like they're about to bum rush you, and then another one just grabs them by the shoulder and looks back and just nods no as you continue down past the road.
Okay, you can tell him that he's too old for me. Okay.
And the other one just shrugs the person that's holding the back off, and then he storms back inside one of the wagons. Irina, and kind of motions to back you up. Is everything okay?
Yeah, everything's fine. This person's been stalking me for the past day, so I decided to tell him.
There a problem? No problem. You will not see me again, I promise. Good.
Great.
Shall we continue on?
Yeah, let's.
Okay.
And then she leaves.
All right.
Just tell him off.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty fucking...
She ain't gonna let that slide.
Yep,
okay.
That's pretty fucking...
Nip that in the bud right now.
It's pretty metal. So, you follow down the river for around a couple more miles. So it's around the middle of the day at this point. Getting close to the end, but you're huffing it. You're moving at a pretty good pace. And as you follow the river to the base of the canyon at the far end, of which a great waterfall spills into a pool, billowing forth clouds of cold mist that blows against your face. You see a great stone bridge that spans across the canyon that you're in, nearly 1,000 feet above your heads.
It's pretty tall.
Yeah. And Irina and Ismark both look above. I have never seen such a thing. It is ginormous.
I'd have to agree. Wow.
Well, I suppose the road continues along, and as you go along the road, it spirals up to the top of this bridge. And as you follow the dirt road as it clings to the side of the mountain, you see that the bridge is definitely ominous. Gargoyles cloaked in black moss perch on the corners of the bridge, their frowns weather-worn. On the mountainous side of the bridge, the waterfall spills into the misty pool nearly 1,000 feet below. And the pool feeds the river that meanders into the fog-shrouded pines that blanket the valley. The bridge seems to be slippery and sheer, having wet moss all along it that's being fed from the mist everywhere. It seems to be even thicker here with the waterfall. But it seems safe enough to cross.
Seems safe. That's good. Well, shall we go? These gargoyles are creepy.
I would agree.
Oh well. Well, let's go. I guess try not to fall. Or slip.
Well, I'll pick you back up if you fall. Knight in shining armor, as always. And you continue along past the bridge, and it's starting to get dark. As you continue along for probably another 3 miles. It's a 10-mile day. Hoofing it, even. The sun is starting to go down, and the sun blob that is obscured by the fog is starting to set over the ominous-looking Gothic castle that you can see in the distance.
Well, it's actually starting to get dark. Maybe we should start trying to find a place to camp.
Let's keep an eye out then. Make a perception check.
I don't see squat.
Yeah. You look around, and other than camping on the main road, which not the worst thing in the world, but you're looking for, in particular, a place that isn't muddy and boggy, like every other piece of ground that you've seen. And you really don't want to sleep in the mud, but you're not seeing anything else.
No!
We could continue onward, maybe we'll find something further up, but we would need to travel when the sun's down.
Well, the thing is, I can see at nighttime, but I don't know about you guys.
He takes out an unlit torch. You have light. It's your call.
Well, how are you guys feeling?
I could go for a little more.
Okay. Well, I think we could travel a little bit more, just to avoid sleeping here, but yeah, if we don't find anything, then I guess we'll be forced to make camp.
Alright, let's continue onward. You continue alongside the path for another mile before you start seeing something in the distance, and the road starts to become more defined. The cobblestone seems to be maintained almost, and the road that seemed a jumbled mess starts to become smoother and smoother. As you approach another fork in the road. Even here, in the mountains, the forest and the fog are inescapable. Ahead, the dirt road splits in two, widening toward the east. There you see patches of cobblestone, suggesting that the eastern branch was once an important thoroughfare. And another road pointed east. Where,
Wait, the first one was east.
yes. Okay.
That was... Yes, east. And then the one to the north, you see a gate. A gate that looks identical to the one that you saw when you entered this valley with the Vistani. But as a reminder, jutting from the impenetrable woods on both sides of the road are high stone buttresses looming gray in the fog, with huge iron gates hung on the stonework. Dew clings with cold tenacity to the rusted bars as two headless statues of armed guardians flank the gate, their heads now lying among the weeds at their feet. They greet you only with silence.
Okay, so there's a gate to the north, and then there's cobblestone to the east.
Yeah, and the road appears to, like, the well-maintainedness of the road appears to immediately drop off when you go to the north.
Okay, so the road to the north, the road's getting worse.
Yes.
Okay.
And you would know, just by looking to the east, that this road winds and leads to Castle Ravenloft. Well, I suppose if we're gonna kill the bastard, this is the way we'd get there.
The road to the east leads to Castle Ravenloft? How's it even possible? There's two complete different sides of my map.
Well,
I drew a map and it doesn't make any sense. What?
well, then that means there seems to be some miscommunication. So you've been traveling west this whole time. This road loops around back to the east. Because Castle Ravenloft is overlooking the village of Barovia, which is where you started.
Uh-huh.
So you've been traveling west, and then you went north, and
Right.
this road loops back around to the east to get to Castle Ravenloft. But you are now in the mountains, not in the lowlands, which is where the village was. You've been ascending this whole time.
I have to draw a new map. Okay. Well, we're not going to Castle Ravenloft, so, I guess we should pick option B then.
Should we make camp somewhere, perhaps?
Oh, right, of course. And is there anywhere suitable around here? Or no?
If you wanted to camp on the road, you wouldn't be in muck. But other than that, most of the places
Not really.
around are... Make me one more perception check. You've traveled a distance.
Even worse. That's a
Yeah.
natural one.
Yeah,
Okay.
unless you camped on the road. The main road, camping on the main road might draw some attention. But it's your call.
Right, but
It's either solid ground and draw attention, or muck and massive discomfort, and God knows what's in that dirt.
well, you know what? We'll probably be taking shifts anyway, so I guess we should just, camp here then in the road.
All right. And you break out. Start getting ready to camp. As you are setting up, you start to notice a whisper. It's slight at first, but it becomes louder, but still soft.
Did
Just-
you guys say something?
No, but I hear that too.
Wonder what in the world that is.
As you say that, a glowing form seems to be making its way up the road, wandering aimlessly. A bright, ethereal, white form that
seems to be floating. And it's just making its way up the road.
Maybe we should stand back and just let it keep going. Maybe it might not notice us.
It turns its head and looks directly at your group.
Or not.
Roll me some initiative.
Perfect. Oh, okay. Well, I rolled a 9.
A 9. Let's do this. You get a plus. Blah, bitty, blah. Okay, it rolled less than you. So, you go first. As this ghost is approaching, it's just seemingly staring at you. And it looks like it's getting ready to do something. And your combat instincts kick in, like, okay, shit's about to go down.
Yeah. Well, I mean, can she talk as like a free action or?
Yeah, sure. What do you want? What do you want to say?
Okay. Spirit, before you do anything, we don't want any trouble. You're free to go.
No response.
I think she's gonna ready her action. If it attacks, she'll attack, but she's not gonna attack it first.
Yep. Ismark and Irina both get their weapons ready and do the same thing, just stand beside you. And instantly, in a split second, it's like you blink, and in that moment that you blink, this thing is now in front of your face. Go ahead and make an attack.
Ah! Okay. So let's see. Okay, so I guess she'll use Firebolt.
Alright, then roll attack with disadvantage.
Oh, well, I already rolled a 1, so.
Okay. Irina and Ismark. Alright, Irina rolled a 23 and Ismark rolled a 21. So, that's 703 and halved 2. So they swipe their swords, whoosh, whoosh, and their weapons seem to have some effect, but they're just going through this thing's body, and you're like, ah! And fire off your firebolt, boom, as it reaches its hand into your stomach. That's a plus 5 to hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a 14 to hit.
Oh no, I'm a 13.
Oof, rough. Alright, within touch.
What, do I age like 50 years or something?
For you.
Do I drop dead?
You. Okay, rolled pretty bad. So,
Right. What, I rolled bad or you?
No. Yeah, the ghost rolled pretty bad on damage. So you you take 14 points of necrotic damage.
Oh, only 14? Wow.
It rolled pretty bad. And as its hand reaches into your chest, it squeezes your heart. And you feel like you're losing something by the second, as it opens its mouth and is siphoning your life essence from you.
And she, Serena is like a gasp of like,
And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
oh, yay. Come on. 15.
You save. As this thing is siphoning your soul and looking dead into your eyes, mouths open wide, you still hear the whispering echoing throughout the back of your head. But you're not afraid of this thing. You can fend it off. And it is your turn.
All right. Well, that thing is its arm in my heart. I'm gonna put my hand to its face and try another firebolt.
All right, make another attack roll with disadvantage.
Dang it. How am I missing?
Yeah, 7 does not hit.
This is like XCOM right now.
Yep. Boosh, you go again. And Ismark and Irina are going to, first of all, do this thing.
It's like XCOM. You're literally a foot away from the person
And you
with a 99% chance to hit,
Yeah.
and you miss.
And you miss. Yep.
That's Serena right now.
All right. This Ismark is going to take out his, well, he's going to swing recklessly at this thing, trying to get it to make it go away. And Irina is going to kind of say, "Hey, over here, dumbass!" and kind of distract it a little bit, leaving an opening for the next person to attack it as she swings. Goes wide with the dagger, but this ghost seems to be slightly drawn to Irina's presence. All right, and it is the ghost's turn as it looks at Irina. And Irina looks at it and she just starts. What's the save? What's the save? All right. Yeah, that is a fail. She inhales. And the ghost boom, enters Irina. And Irina's body just kind of goes limp. And that's the ghost's turn.
Well, how the heck are we gonna solve this? We can't kill her. What do I got? I don't think lesser restoration is applicable to this this situation. Shoot. I don't think dissonant whispers is gonna work either. What to do? What the heck? All right, I think Serena's gonna wait. Possibly use a hold person if Irina starts trying to attack. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so she's gonna ready her action.
All right. Irina turns to Ismark, and Ismark just has his sword at the ready. Irina. Hello. And like a marionette, like something is like forcing her movement, swipes at Ismark.
Okay, I have hold person ready, so hold. Let's see. Okay.
All right. Deals.
It doesn't deal damage, but
Yeah. But she definitely gets a swipe off at Ismark.
oh, she doesn't do the save?
No. She does save. Let's see. No, she doesn't. Like, what is the save?
It's
wisdom
they
save.
must succeed on a wisdom save or be paralyzed.
Okay. Oh, be paralyzed.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's why I put hold person. Like hold. Like
okay.
stop moving. Like stop.
Wisdom saving throw. My bad. I meant to make that public. I've been doing all these. That is a failure. So as she reaches up her thing, you cast hold person, and she's locked in place. What the hell? Irina!
Oh gosh. She's possessed or something.
Or something. What are you doing?
Well, she's holding a hold person right now, so what else is there to do? Can we knock her out? I don't know.
Sure, if you think that'll help.
Well, we can't have her attacking us.
Okay. Let's do it.
We can't hurt her.
Let's knock her out.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna... Okay.
She is paralyzed.
Yeah, so, I mean, Serena could try with her 10 Is it a grapple? Is it a what check would this be?
This is going to be a melee attack roll until she drops to 0 hit points.
Oh, we have to hit her to 0 hit points.
Yep. Knock her unconscious.
Okay. Well, thematically, I probably shouldn't use my rapier because I don't think we want to stab her to death.
I'll say, like, you know, he's like Ismark is still using his greatsword, but he's using like the back of it, like just he's trying to knock
or whatever. Okay, so that yeah.
Yeah.
That makes more sense because I was like, well, okay, I could knock her out, but she also could bleed to death.
Yeah. I'll say this is all non-lethal. You don't need to worry about you don't need to worry about death saves after this.
Okay, great. So let's go ahead and use a rapier then. Although I use my action for hold person. Is this the next turn already?
True. It will make another wisdom saving throw. It.
Because
no. Wait, no. It is. She needs to make the wisdom. Okay. Possession, man.
Nope.
That does not save. Yep. So go ahead and make another
okay.
attack. And he will do the same.
19 and a 7.
Okay. So 7 points of damage, and yeah, with Ismark help, smack! Irina goes unconscious, and the ghost arises.
All right, and
I'll say it's your turn
now,
again.
Okay, so this dumb firebolt better hit this time, or I'm gonna lose it. Ooh, or even worse. Ooh, maybe shatter. Oh no, shatter. Ooh, no. That's gonna hit all of us, and then all of us drop. Okay, so maybe not do that. Let's try. Ooh, or maybe I should bring up Irina after knocking. No. He's just gonna possess her again. Okay, you know what? Firebolt. I don't care. Let's go. Oh wow! Why do I keep rolling so bad? I keep rolling so bad.
And he's gonna attack. And does this that still hits him as he swipes through the ethereal form yet again with his greatsword. Whoosh, going through this thing's body. I think I'm ill-equipped for this. It seems to be doing something. It's just not as effective as it would be if it weren't an ethereal form. The ghost is going to turn back at this person that is
Walloping on
yeah,
him.
that is walloping on him. Recharge on a 6. I don't know what this means, but I'm just gonna fuck it. I don't know. I don't know what that.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking at the monster stats, and I don't know what something means, so I'm just gonna ignore it. Because we're in the middle of a freaking fight. He's just gonna try to siphon Ismark.
Okay, so I'm gonna use cutting words.
Okay, what do you say?
I'm not good at, like, I don't know. Oh. What would she say? Now, okay, maybe I'll come back to it. Hang on.
Okay.
I have to come up with a witty line.
Okay. Improv. Either way, she it misses, and whoosh, Ismark moves out of the way. You can make another attack if you would like. No, wait.
Right,
No. Actually, it would have advantage on this, so it's actually going to roll again. Maybe it does hit. Nope. Second one was a natural 1. It misses. As he goes to the side, it's your turn again.
Well, this absolutely sucks. And then, see, do I roll with disadvantage hitting this thing, or?
If you're using ranged attacks, yes.
Range. Okay, so you know what?
Actually,
on this creature?
Ismark's gonna hit him again, using his action surge. And that hits for another 3.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna use Dissonant Whispers.
Okay, what's the save?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. D20. That is a failure.
So that's 3d6 psychic. Okay.
3d6 psychic.
Okay. Oh, man. Oh, 9. Okay.
9 points damage. Not bad, not bad. You start muttering under your breath, and the whispers that are going on in the back of your head are drowned out by your own arcane chants. And this thing starts to seize up and kind of phase in and out of existence a little bit as your psychic blast emanates throughout its being. That seemed to have done something pretty bad. And it is its turn again.
Okay.
And it is going to attack Ismark.
I'm going to use cutting words again. Okay, you stay away from him, you freak.
1, 2, 3,
Okay,
4,
come on.
Okay, cutting words. You freak! After saying that, he goes to the side and goes wide yet again, rolling real bad on the attack rolls. And Ismark is gonna try to...
We're all of us.
Yeah.
All of us are rolling really bad.
Ismark is hitting like a champ.
Oh, well, that's good. Yeah. Is he getting advantage?
Yes, he is, because he's recklessly attacking every time.
Ah, got it. Okay.
All right, it's your turn.
Another dissonant whispers.
Yep, he's just...
It seems to be working.
Just slashing into this thing over and over again as you whisper yet again. And that's natural 20. This time they do save.
Okay, so they still take
Halve the amount.
half. Yeah. Although the first one, the creature has to run away. So the attack wasn't not even existent technically. They have to spend their movement and leave.
Truth! Well, he didn't hit Ismark anyway. So...
Yeah, I guess so, but...
Spends its... Immediately use its reaction.
Well, that means I would
available.
have my cutting...
Yeah.
That would have my cutting words.
Yeah, this is true. And Ismark is going to take an attack of opportunity as it is running away.
Mm-hmm. And would I not as well?
Yep. Feel free.
Okay.
This thing lets out the scream of pure agony. And is just turning into a glop of mist, but is still barely taking shape.
And now I have my second dissonant whispers.
Yes, which is...
Yes. I didn't roll it yet. So it's half of 10, so 5.
5 is exactly what you needed. 45 Woo! On the dot.
Yes.
Well done. As it turns into an unrecognizable form and just blends in with the mist all around you.
Are you okay?
Yeah. And then he looks down at Irina.
Oh. Alright, let's see if we can wake her up. You know what? She'll use Goodberry. And give her a berry.
Alright, you pop the berry in her mouth and she slowly opens her eyes. Hello. I assume this means that you've fended off that thing?
Yeah. Sorry we had to knock you out.
It's okay. I felt I was powerless. I was powerless.
Well, it's over. For now.
Thankfully. If it makes no difference to you, I think I'll just sleep here.
Of course. Well, we should all get some rest.
And she closes her eyes and just goes to bed.
And, yeah, I guess, use some hit dice to recover. She'll use Song of Rest as well. Let's see.
Yeah.
26. It's an extra 5.
All right, everyone heals up. And as you play your Song of Rest, you see the mist kind of drift over you a little bit. It's slightly luminescent. That's the only way you can tell it apart from the normal mist. And it just hisses. No one will ever know you died here. Before the luminescent mist completely vanishes.
Did it say no one will ever know you died?
Yeah. No one will ever know you died here. I'm whispering loudly.
Okay. Okay, thank you. I couldn't hear you the first time.
Yeah, I know. Whispering, kind of quiet. It's kind of in the description.
Okay. Thank you, spooky ghost.
Yes. I'll say, as sleep uneasily comes over you, and you do the usual swap with Ismark, you think about what you need to do. The vague instructions that you got from Madame Eva. Thinking about destiny. And really wondering, are you going to die here? No. You're not going to die here. You can't die here. And looking behind you at the very bruised and tired Irina, sleeping next to Ismark, who every once in a while you can see kind of opens his eyes a little bit. He's restless. But eventually, the dawn comes, and you are one step closer to figuring out a way to get out of this hellhole. And that is where we will end tonight's session.
Yay!